Hello?
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 350. And I am your host, as always, bringing you the fun and silliness of the Brony community for this week and for all of eternity, as it seems to be non-stop. And I couldn't be happier. But I am Circuit Main. Of course, I am not here by myself. No, I got a great panel of insane people that will be joining me on this romp once again. Of course, I am joined by Crazy Matt Captain of the Equestrian Jackbox Stop.
And some cups. Maybe some cups.
Maybe
All
some
the
cups.
of Rim Worlds.
All right, can't forget the Room cups. And we are also joined by Deathlight Productions, voice actor extraordinaire.
Hey,
And random artist.
I don't know.
It's pretty random.
Eh.
And we are also joined by Textalion, who does a lot of amazing things too.
Yep, sure do.
And Toakoi, who will remain muted until the Squeenix conference is done because he is a good boy who doesn't want to hurt us by continually popping in and out of mute.
Actually, I can just be quiet. I mean, I was quiet that whole time.
Everybody get ready. Take a shot if Toakoi interrupts before 5 minutes have passed. Alright.
Don't do it, you'll be dead by the end.
I'm just talking about immediately. Of course, not every 5 minutes. We would all be dead before the halfway point. And also Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yep, I'm here.
And we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week during E3. Once again, E3 has started, and of course, conferences are going down right now as we are talking. The Square Enix conference is actually happening. And as much as I enjoy Square Enix games, I also enjoy entertaining all of you all the more. And unlike last year, where we piled into a theater and started to watch trailers of different games that were coming out, which, in all honesty, I really do like that. We're probably going to do it again, but not. I'm going to wait until everything is out at least, because that way we can actually show everything that we're excited for, or we hate with a horrible, detestable, fiery passion. I'm just going to let that hang there for a second. Any case, but yes, we got plenty to talk about for the Brony community for this week. However, we do have to warm up our vocal cords, give us a chance to stand up and say, hello, I'm pretty awesome. And what better way than what's up, Brony? So, I ask all of you once again, what's up, Bronies? Wow.
Not a whole lot, just seeing where E3's going.
Really hasn't been a whole lot going on this week, has there?
Mostly
Not
just
really,
the
no.
3 E's.
Mostly just the 3 E's. You know what? I'll go ahead and I'll open up Pandora's box here a little bit. Has anybody excited for anything that's been announced, or they are about ready to join a revolution and burn down buildings because of something that was announced?
Well, I'm happy that they're bringing back the classic armor design for Halo. That's like it.
If you haven't told Blanked about it yet, Doom 2.
Oh, he is well informed of that, and he is very excited for it.
I'm sorry. No, if you're not hyped for Doom, fuck you.
All
I haven't played the.
Con is going to be all about Doom.
I
25th anniversary.
I am looking at Cyberpunk, but I do want to wait for it to come out. However, what I am excited for, admittedly, is a little more off the rails than most people know. Mostly Trials of Cold Steel 3, which is due to come out in a few more months. There's apparently a remaster of Ni no Kuni that's going to be coming out. There's also another Tales game that got announced. I'm excited for that as well.
Yep, Tales of Arise.
Tales of Arise, and I am excited for that. I love Tales games. I've only beaten a very small handful at best.
Oh, but I will say the Bethesda conference mostly was meh. With the exception of the Doom stuff, and I do like that we got our first look at 2 new IPs.
Actually,
well, not a good like gameplay look or anything like that, but at least an idea of 2 new IPs with
Ghostwire.
Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop.
I am interested in both of those.
Deathloop does look fun.
Both of those actually look really good. Oh, and Persona 5 Royale. Yeah, I don't know if that'll be there at E3, but that is something I'm eager to jump in on too. But I'm going to go ahead and get on my angry soapbox here. Let me just move it aside. I made it out of parts of Toa that I keep destroying because he drives me mad. So
it's pretty tall. It's pretty tall by now.
It's pretty tall, but it makes me furious anytime I look at it. So it really helps me get the blood boiling. I am pissed at Commander Keen. Commander Keen was my childhood. That was the game I played 8 years old on some school events that were there. They just had a bunch of computers set up with a bunch of random DOS games. Commander Keen was one of them. I fell in love with that game. I enjoyed that game. I actually went out of my way to learn how to write in DOS, to get a computer, to buy a hard disk, to fail utterly because Fred Meyer had a lot of really bad business practices that didn't advertise it quite correctly, and I'm still kind of annoyed about that. But I did so much because I wanted to be able to play Commander Keen at home. And then they decide that they're going to dig the grave of Commander Keen back up and then put it as mobile freemium with his kids as some sort of cartoonish thing. And it is horrible freemium. This pisses me off. You can see the giant list of gadgets. And this is hundreds of gadgets, and you know they will make you pay for every single one of them in order to do, and it's not even a platformer anymore. No, it's a puzzle solver. Why?
Oh boy.
No, that everything about that pissed me off. That felt like that they were taking something I enjoyed as a child and destroying it. And then I remembered, I still have Commander Keen. I still have those games, and I can play them anytime I want. Because they want to go EA's Dungeon Keeper on it, doesn't mean that I still can't enjoy the classics that I grew up with.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too, Circuit. What I'm hoping is kind of a goal out of this.
Yeah.
People buy the game, or people download the game. People spend money on the game. Bethesda sees a property. Maybe it gets told, hey, you guys did this game before.
Well, I guess there's that hope, though. I'm more worried
think about it. After Doom comes out, part of that team's gonna have to be put up on something else.
True, and yeah, part of me does kind of hope that maybe they do a proper traditional sequel to Commander Keen. I mean, even a point and click would have worked better, but I admit, mixed feelings.
I do like how cute it looks, but the way the gameplay looks does seem iffy.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably Bethesda just thinking, can we revive this?
Maybe.
Let's kick it and find out.
Anyway, Devolver Digital. Last I saw, they put up a video of their quote-unquote live conference on YouTube. So they did their psychotic break somehow, somewhere. I have no idea to what extent.
I missed it then.
It may have not actually been live at any point. It may have they might have just put up a YouTube video and called it.
I think there was a stream of it.
Oh.
At some point, but the thing just it seemed like kind of normal, maybe a little bit awkward, and then the one dude exploded into a tentacle monster.
So standard laissez-faire. And yes, it has been over 5 years.
I'm not sure if you're making that up or not.
I know he's not. I'm pretty sure he's not.
No, I'm not, because it literally tied into the next game trailer, which is about being a red tentacle monster.
All right, the one thing I want to throw out here real fast that I am a little bit paranoid about now, and I just forgot it now. I was paranoid and now I forgot. Isn't that how it works? Oh, I got it. I remember now. Double Fine in Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, Double Fine's with EA now.
Yep,
No,
Double
with
Fine.
Microsoft.
They got bought out by Microsoft, so.
My fault.
But yeah, that does have me worried it's going to end up the route of Rare, where all of their games are just going to be on the Xbox console. So, and those of you who know Psychonauts history, the original game was released on Xbox. Guess what happened? Granted, yeah, Psychonauts now has a lot more of a cult following, but that still has me very paranoid.
Yeah,
Wait, has it been announced for all consoles?
I forget, because I know it's at least for Steam and stuff, but let me see.
Well, actually, DM12, there's a chance that they might release, they might still allow their games to go on multiple consoles, just because we gotta remember, I mean, Halo is coming out on everything now, and Microsoft does seem to be extending the idea of multiple releases. Granted,
I'm not sure if it's going to be going to Steam or if they're going to focus their
Microsoft
PC
Store,
to
yeah.
their,
Windows
to the
Store.
Okay,
Xbox
well,
computer
okay.
thing.
Well, according to Wikipedia, the platforms will still include Windows, Mac, Linux, PS4, and Xbox One.
You know, I'm okay then. I feel better. Anyway,
Because here's the thing: you got to remember, back in the day, you remember that back in the day, I think essentially what happened was whoever the publisher was, which I don't think was Microsoft. I think they dealt with a different publisher at that point, who got them pretty much a release onto Xbox, and it was that publisher that basically just didn't really give them much advertising.
True. Yeah, the publisher didn't, and they went out of business, so they had a limited release, no less. Anyway,
who was the publisher? Publisher was Majesco.
Oh, damn! Wow, really? Actually, that's kind of sad. I remember Majesco from way back in the SNES days.
Yeah, let's see. Games. Okay, games published. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Holy shit. Gunmetal. Oh, they published some Guilty Gear games.
Yeah.
Oh god, they published Fusion Fall? Really?
Yep.
Oh no, they published Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Oh no.
There were some ups and downs.
Okay.
They published the Mama series.
What?
Yeah, the cooking and camping Mama and all that.
Oh, Mama. I
thought you said Mana.
I thought he said Mana too. That's why I was going. Wait, what?
But Cooking Mama. Oh my god. Okay, when I was growing up, Cooking Mama 2, Dinner with Friends, that's my shit.
Let's see. I had to take a quick look just to make sure that like there wasn't like a secret of Mana here.
Please no. Do you know how messed up that would be? Never mind. We're getting
a hard left turn. We should probably
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse this course by also talking about one other quick thing. A little what's up, Brony on my side. I'm actually now I've already talked about this multiple times in the past, but yada yada yada. I'm trying to get myself back in shape. Yada yada yada. I'm going on a diet plan. Yada yada yada. I'm working on an exercise. Yada 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 yada. But the reason I'm bringing it up though is my approach to it this time around. Now, before I basically kind of just said I was doing it, and then just kind of did it in the background, sidelines, things like that. I've actually been starting to set up an idea of doing a weekly blog about it, in all honesty. Okay, kind of like the Circuit Main's Brony weight loss blog or some crap. Basically just sitting in front of a camera and talking for a week about the ups and downs, the plans, what I had planned, what's going to happen, things like that. I'm hoping that the idea there, while I'm doing it, will actually spur me on to keep at it, and also maybe make a bit of an archive, or, maybe make me Brony famous by being the only Brony that actually visibly lost weight. I'm kidding. I'm kidding on that one. I'm kidding.
Hey, I gained weight. That's an improvement for me.
Okay, that works too.
My weight's up and down, so I don't know what I need anymore.
I was 140 going through college, which for my weight and for my size and everything is very bad.
And okay, I'm actually messing a little bit on the whole on that part, but it's just an idea I'm bouncing around with. So if you guys think it sounds interesting, let me know. I'm probably going to do it anyway, regardless, but, a little encouragement never hurts.
Circuit, I've got an idea for you.
What's that?
Cut back on the soda and sugary drinks by simply just drinking water.
What tea?
I started drinking just water, and it's not actually because I'm trying to improve myself. It's purely for the fact that I'm too lazy to take out recyclables.
Actually,
and it's expensive to drink a lot of soda.
Actually, that's pretty much my thing there. I don't drink a lot of soda anymore because it tends to be expensive. I mean, you get a bottle for what, $1.50 now? What kind of crap is that? It's a small bottle too.
And also, oh my gosh, the bottles are so small. You go through them so fast. I used to drink a lot of Gatorade, and then I got tired of the piles of Gatorade bottles, and now I'm just drinking water because I'm too lazy to take it outside.
And tea is fun.
That's why I focus on 2 liters, and if I want Gatorade, get yourself the powdered thing, and then just a bottle, shake it in.
Yeah, exactly.
That works. I've just been going with straight up water from the tap, and it seems to be working out fine.
Except I'm not allowed to have crap loads of sugar anymore. Ugh.
That's pretty much what I do. Just water from the tap.
Are you telling me that, like, your water from the tap is full of sugar? Where are you from?
The United States. He's probably in the middle of Coke Central.
That would explain something.
No, that's me.
They just put sugar in the drinking water. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. Okay. All right, but yeah, let's actually get back on track here. We do got quite a bit of news because we got to catch up on 2 weeks because I was sick. Granted, we did talk a little bit about some of it, so we're probably going to buzz through some. But let's go ahead and start off, beginning with Hasbro has greenlit a collaboration with luxury handbag designer. Blah, blah, blah. Seriously, what kind of name is that? Rainy? Rainy? But essentially, we are probably going to see ponies in high-end bags, high-end fashion bags. What do we care? We're just talking about it. That's about it.
They'll be interesting to see.
That's about it. It'll be interesting to see, and that's pretty much it. Next, Gameloft has started the My Little Pony Road to Friendship Adventure. And while I'm quickly updating mine because I do got to talk to Hoofster and to get a couple of my turn-ins for the next few hours, CMC, what are your thoughts on this? Thank you, phone.
I just wanted to say hi.
I believe I mentioned about this entire update that, yeah, they're just rehashing other event designs they've already done, and I'm already about to get Pooh Far with 2 days, 9 hours left.
Circuit, is your phone ringtone the 1980s My Little Pony theme song?
No, that was actually the little tone that they give you, that the mobile game gives you whenever all your characters are done there. It wants you to keep playing it.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm just curious if I can make the 1980s My Little Pony theme song be my ringtone.
You can.
There's ringtone makers and stuff out there.
There's no reason to stop you there. But yeah, be sure to check it out, though. You literally only have 2.5 days to get everything if you haven't started yet. So you better get started. Moving on. WizKids has announced paintable pony figures.
Yep.
So,
I've seen that all over the place on Twitter.
Yeah, so this is kind of exciting. For $5, you get you can buy one of these little minifigures that you can paint however you want.
Oh my god, you can make your OC.
You can actually, well, you can make an off color of your OC. Like get Twilight Sparkle and color your OC colors and say, "This is my original character, Donut Steel."
Oh, that is so old. I love it though still.
Yeah.
I remember that at Midwest Brony Fest.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still love it regardless. It was a great parody.
In before someone paints Rainbow Dash to look like therapy.
I would be so for that. But still, it's pretty awesome that they're making these little figures that you can paint, and you can also use them however you'd like to, for like maybe group tabletop sessions or something like that. So that's nice. I like that. Of course, we will try to get some as they come out, so stay tuned to this Brony channel. Next, who loves the wonderful world of Gumball?
The Amazing World of Gumball, you mean?
Yes, that
The
one too.
amazingly wonderful world of Gumball.
The amazing, wonderful world of Gumball, I guess. But amazing world of Gumball. But who likes it?
I
Sure.
like it.
I mean, there's some good episodes.
Yep. Well, it looks like Gumball just decided to put in their 2 cents on ponies. Or the Brony community, in fact. They did a Brony reference. Let's take a listen and watch YouTube immediately block us.
Wait, where are you going? To the Brony convention in Liechtenstein. Where do you think I'm going? Going to Fuzzy's house. It's more fun being more jelly than a peanut butter sandwich. Jelly.
So, apparently we have a Brony convention in Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein? Yeah, that's not a bad place to go.
That sounds like a great place to go.
Yeah, why not?
Anything wrong with that? Okay, everybody, make a convention there. You got your plans now.
Yep. No, I gotta admit, I love the hell out of Gumball. I think Gumball is hilarious and awesome and fun.
Yeah, it really goes by episode for me.
Yeah.
There are some episodes I just can't sit there and watch.
Well, that's kind
Yeah.
of the good thing about a show like that. It is a little bit of slice of life, but it also goes, hey, let's try something different.
We're gonna go ahead and move on here. Now, in the comics, as we already announced, Spirit of the Forest has come out. This is the new side story dealing with the Kingdom Hearts Crusaders, and I actually did read the first issue of the comic dealing with their campsite that was first being destroyed by litter, and now it's being deforested by a greedy corporate man who wants to share the forest with everybody by making cheap furniture with the trees. Can anybody take a wild guess who's the corporate money scumbag?
Celestia.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, unfortunately, it's French Uncle Pennybags. Okay, no, in all honesty, it's, Filthy Rich. Yeah, Filthy Rich. Yeah, for some reason I was trying to remember his name because I kept thinking Spoiled Rotten. No, that it was Spoiled Milk, wasn't it? No, I can't remember her damn name. But no, yeah, it. No,
Yes, it's Spoiled Milk.
Filthy
Yes,
Rich's
Spoiled
wife.
Milk.
Filthy Rich's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiled. It's Spoiled Rich, right?
Spoiled Rich.
Yeah,
Well, spoiled rich now.
Yeah. So yeah, Filthy Rich.
Filthy Rich has always been a pretty chill guy, I've noticed, at least in the show.
Yeah.
His wife, though, is something else.
Yeah. Of course, the comic is only in issue 1. What happens with the Kingdom Hearts Crusaders, the deforestation of their beloved forest, and also the spirit of the forest. That is probably going to be akin to something out of Princess Mononoke, and will be very interesting to see.
You gotta give back its head!
Yeah, fuck that. We're getting a Tim Curry smoke monster.
Whatever floats
But will we
the
get
budget.
the wrapping bat? We have to have the wrapping bat, otherwise this is not Fun Gully.
Alright, well, we're going to ignore the wrapping bat, and instead we're going to talk about the other comic that is coming out very, very, very soon. as in probably later this week, if I recall correctly. The Friendship is Magic 78, or the final part of the giant story arc with Cosmos, the other chaos creature that has a good chunk of Equestria in her thrall right now. What's going to happen? I'm not even sure what happened yet. But we will talk about this whole thing very briefly when we get a chance to get all the comics, sit down and read it, and we don't have about 5 episodes to catch up on. But yes, it's actually an exciting story arc, and you should definitely check it out if you have not. But for those of you who are like, but Joshua, Circuit don't know. We like manga. We want to read. Oh, what the hell?
We want to be as racist as possible.
Yes, let's see how far. Well, the My Little Pony manga is due to come out, and they have revealed the covers and information of issues 2 and 3.
They're so colorful.
But yeah, the first one is literally due in 8 days. Done by David Lumsden-Shea. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that horribly. And I do apologize.
David, yes, that sounds very American. Then you go up to the rest, you're like, okay, what is that?
It's David Hosh. Okay. It's Davidson. But no, $8 and you get a pony manga. How in the world could you go wrong with that? I am going to pick this up.
It looks adorable.
Oh, I see. No, it's by 2 people. David Lumsden is the author, and Shea is the illustrator.
Oh, okay.
Shea, apparently known for illustrated Fairy Tales, Princess Collection, Pride and Prejudice, Avalon, Amazing Agent Luna, the list goes on, and gets somewhat provocative. Vampire Cheerleader, Paranormal Mystery.
Hey, Vampire Cheerleader's a good one. What was that one again?
And also David Lumsden, who's done Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers, Sandra on the Rocks, Menage. Okay, I'm moving away now.
There's too many.
Oh, Alley House. Oh, she was the artist on that. That's actually a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, they both have pretty good pedigree, so I am excited to see what happens with this. So get ready for that to come out. And let's move right along here, clearing the slate. A bit of unfortunate news. Boulder Media has dropped a little bit of hype about Rainbow Road Trip, which will be coming out at the end of this month. But they have also announced that they are not working at this time on anything related to Equestria Girls. Whether that means that they may be working on stuff later, or somebody else is working on it, or it could also mean that Equestria Girls might be seeing its final run after the specials. Which admittedly is a little sad, but yeah. So we will let you know more as we find out about it, but yeah, we might be seeing the ending adventures of Sunset Shimmer about the same time as we see the ending adventures of Twilight Sparkle outside of specials. But let's move on to more cheery news. BronyCon PMV contest. The Collaboratory is looking for people to enter the BronyCon PMV contest, and they are trying to make it the biggest yet, considering it will be the last one at BronyCon. So if you or anybody you know is interested, they literally have 3 days to make a PMV and get it submitted.
Hurry.
That again, along with Cole to help.
Say what?
Remember the teenager thing that Cole and Creature did from season 8's opener?
Yeah. But yeah, I really wish I gave more time to do this. Jeez.
Yeah, it's like 3 days. Okay.
Well, it was out a couple of days. It was out a couple of days earlier, but yeah, they didn't even give you a week before they brought that out.
Give people like 2 weeks, like a month or 2 weeks notice at least.
Yeah.
Because we have busy lives.
But if you can, or you know anybody that's interested, let them know and let them know. Do it now. Do it now.
No.
And as we announced last week, a musical production of My Little Pony Live is in the works. That's all we know. moving on. Stranger Things Upside Down Applejack. Apparently in Netflix there was a weird thing about an alternative parallel dimension called Upside Down. And apparently they also had a thing of ponies being upside down. And they have actually released an Applejack that is upside down.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Stranger Things basically standard 80s adventure thing, only a little bit more adult in mind.
In all honesty, Toa, if they don't know what Stranger Things is, I don't think we're going to be able to explain it within a 1 minute block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things, also known as the show that apparently got New Coke to come back.
Yeah, that's a really weird one.
But apparently, I guess that's launching in this summer. That there's going to be that out. Which, by the way, I found an article by the Houston Chronicle. They apparently got their hands on some of it early. They literally found people in the office that were born after it had come out and didn't know anything about the whole fuss that went on with it. Pretty much, they tried to do the blind taste test. They tasted the first cup, which was the New Coke, and they were like, "Dude, no, that's horrible."
I can't wait. This is going to be great. They brought New Coke back just for us to find out just how terrible it really was.
Yeah, but
they like it because it's terrible.
And I do find it funny that we're talking about Stranger Things, and literally the dessert I ate tonight was an ice cream pizza from Baskin Robbins that was themed after Stranger Things.
Perfect.
Why not?
I don't
They
see
also
anything
have
wrong.
At least a Lego Stranger Things thing with the actual upside down of the house.
All right, and now for the last few announcements here. Pony Wheelchair has been shown off. There was a little wheelchair festival thing going on, and it looks like this pony wheelchair was one of the things that was shown off, which is, as awesome as this looks, I have to imagine this is probably the most cumbersome wheelchair in existence.
Yeah, it's like, I got blind spots, people better back me up now.
Hold on, I got no beepers. You better make sure you get out of the way, because I'm going to run through. I can't even see what's in front of me. Somebody better push. This was definitely designed for pushing. There is no way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But it still looks great regardless, so mad props on that one.
Yeah, it looks good, yeah.
Yeah, it just...
Definitely not for everyday use.
Definitely not. No. And finally, at least in the interesting category, the My Little Pony baking book is now available.
I have it actually in my hands.
Good for you. I don't have one yet. However, it's mostly because, unfortunately, I had bills, mostly paying for the Brony Show website to make sure that we continue going for the year. By the way, we're all paid up, everybody, so Brony Show continues for another year. At least in site form. However, yeah, I will be getting this as soon as I can, and I will be trying out the recipes and reporting on them. So
I can give you a list of all the recipes right now.
You can, but I don't want you to. We're doing this legitimately.
Fine.
Oh, I guess in some weird news, on Twitter I seen some guy for an anniversary got a Mustang and vinyl wrapped it as Rainbow Dash.
Nice.
And okay. And we're talking about the Ford Mustang, just so you know.
Right.
not a horse.
No, I think, well, it'd be kind of weird to wrap an actual horse, but I don't...
I just want people go, what the...
People be crazy, second. People be crazy.
People do be
I'm
crazy.
kind of sad I didn't save the post. I have to go clear back in my Twitter stuff. But
Alright.
it was cool, though.
But yeah, be sure to keep an eye out. We will be getting this book, trying out some of the recipes, and reporting on them. So, yep, be ready for that. This is 50 different recipes, so I doubt we're gonna make them all at once too, unless I really want to give myself diabetes just after I announce I'm trying to go back on a health plan.
You can always substitute that for different things in the recipe. They actually have vegan stuff as a substitution.
Well, right, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Now, really quick announcements here. We're not going to show any of this for obvious reasons. But as we mentioned last week, big name tabletop YouTube channel Critical Role did their one shot of Tales of Equestria. If you have not checked it out, be sure to do so, but make sure you have at least 3.5 hours to spare because it is 3.5 hours long.
In other words, listen to it at work.
Listen to it at work or as maybe background noise while you're doing an intensive task, but it is still a lot of fun. It is recommended to check it out. And bare nipples. You will know what bare nipples, that is all. Next, another thing that you may want to check out, Brony's react to the MLP Season 9 premiere. This is also over an hour long. We will not be watching it on the show today because it's over an hour long.
Yep.
So check that out when you can. Also background or maybe watch it with a bucket of popcorn and just giggle yourself silly. Lots of good stuff there. Also, this is also an hour long. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Elements of Justice crossover Turnabout Theater has been released. This is a sequel to the original Turnabout Storm that came out a few years ago. So
I think a few years is generous. It's probably been almost 5.
Well, give me a break here. I didn't want to say 5 or 6 without knowing exactly how many. But in any case, it has been a number of years, both since the fiction and also since the release of Turnabout Storm. And this is part 1 of, it says 2 parts, but I don't know if it's just 2 parts altogether or 2 parts of a much bigger storyline. Either case, it is an hour of really good voice acting, a really interesting story, and if you love the Phoenix Wright games, you will enjoy this. Believe me, it is good stuff, and you should definitely check it out.
You're not my mom.
I am not. I am just your Brony show coordinator to tell you all the good stuff. Now, of course, we're going to go into fan submissions and suggestions. The challenge of 2 weeks ago of ponies and spaghetti. And I'm just going to double check real fast, but yeah, unfortunately, it looks like even after giving people another week, I'm guessing with school getting out, summer starting to hit, a lot of fun stuff. Oh, I stand corrected. We did have another entry. I am sorry. Dr. Bristle, thank you for your entry. I just grabbed it right now. But unfortunately, these are the only entries we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
And I think something has gone wrong with my email on my phone here. So while I mess with that a little bit here, let's go ahead and take a look at our entries. Of course, since we got Dr. Bristle just in, we're going to go ahead and give him the first running. And we have Dr. Bristle in a sweatshirt with a giant plate of spaghetti apparently being yelled at by a floating Mario head.
Yay, sweatshirt.
Yay.
So, of course, we do see... Actually, this is interesting. So, I do see that we got the Bristle hand-drawn... personally drawn of Mario's head and the sweater. Bristle himself being a pony model creator. And the spaghetti is interesting.
I think that's clip art.
Oh, it is a public domain clip art.
Ah!
Though I gotta give him credit. It may be public domain, but he still cited a source.
Oh, here's the thing. It may be public domain, but not everyone knows that it is. Like Happy Birthday was.
Well, the thing about public domain and reciting sources is reciting sources is only really requested as well as necessary if it's not public domain. But
Again,
I get it. Not everybody knows it, but it's not everybody that you have to worry about. It's the person that's actually creating the thing. But in any case, I do got to give Bristle a little bit of credit about reciting the source, even if it was public domain. And we're going to go ahead and move right along to Toa Interruptus. Toa, of course, is handing a spaghetti plate to Circuit. And yeah, I wouldn't know what to make of spaghetti being made by a robot with no taste buds.
Don't trust it.
And apparently I'm also wearing a sweater, which may be a little hard to read, but says Twife Oo for life oo.
He's got you pegged, Circuit.
Well, he does, except it's Twife, and then the U is under below, so...
Yeah, this is all done in paint. I didn't break out GIMP just to do this image.
Even though you had a whole nother week to do something with it. Fair enough.
I've been busy. What do you think? A lot of the stuff's been last minute.
Alright. But yes, Toa did bring out the plate of spaghetti. We do have the sweater. And we do have Circuit. And now a surprise entry, and also one that we will be talking a little bit about. We have Coal Dust himself with Flash Sentry eating a plate of spaghetti.
Do I really count as an entry?
I cast out my thing. This wins because Cole drew something.
This does not win. If anything, it disqualifies me because I did my own challenge.
Second?
Well, he has to disqualify himself in that regard, but I can still give him props for doing the entry regardless.
Alright, that's cool.
So,
But yeah.
Your GIF is blocking the corner of it, Circuit.
okay, hold on, I'm working on it
We're
here.
ready for brownie points.
Look at that image. That is awesome. Cole should draw more. People should like him more.
No, people shouldn't like me more, but I should draw more. That is true.
Actually, that is why I am bringing up the point here. As much as we continue to give you guys challenges, a lot of the times we don't take up the challenges ourselves.
Yeah, you lazy people.
Trust me, I am not an artist.
Well, neither are we, but that's the whole point. The whole point is to practice and just to try. Or not even just to be an artist, maybe make a song about spaghetti. Maybe make a video about spaghetti.
Mom, spaghetti, it's ready.
I mean, the whole point is not just to do art. The whole point is to be an expression. To actually create
one spaghetti.
To basically create something inspired by both ponies and a topic. But in any case, enough preaching aside there. Coal Dust has inspired me on this, and I am going to try from now on to actually do a personal entry for the challenge of the week. Not only just to practice on my own skills in either arting, writing, or what have you. Even if I have to do arithmetic somehow, I will find a way. But along with that, I would hope that it also inspires those of you who haven't submitted an entry because you may not feel like you have a lot of great skill to try it anyway. Because sometimes it's even the pencil drawings that can do really good stuff or even get you started somewhere.
Yeah, it's like, look at Baron Engel. He is professional, and pretty much all he does is traditional art, and that's what he's done for almost 40 years now.
And also take a look at Round Trip. He does literal stick ponies, but he makes videos out of them, and they're still a riot, and everybody loves and knows those figures.
Also, the fact
two completely different ends of the spectrum too. So yeah.
Yeah, completely different ends. Completely different ends of the spectrum. But yeah, the whole way that you're going to keep the Brony community going is to continue creating content. That's always what these goals are for. And as much as I love talking about this podcast, sometimes I feel like it's not exactly creating content, it's just talking about the content. Yes, showing off the content is important, but it's also important to create the stuff too.
Ooh, does this mean that we're going to have a PMV making competition? Because I'd love to make another PMV again.
I think I need to
We're
learn.
even nicer than BronyCon. We'll give you a week. Solid week.
I think I'm going to at least need a couple more months to learn how to work Vegas in general before that. But maybe we will. Maybe we will do a PMV contest. I mean, heck, but
Oh man.
But yeah, all things possible. But yeah, that's the whole premise here. So I am challenging myself to start submitting for the weekly challenge, and I also challenge everybody here to submit as well if they can.
I guess I can. I should draw more.
And speaking of which, next week's challenge. Of course, the challenge I have, I think I might have accidentally stolen from somebody, so quickly backtracking on it and rethinking about on this for a little bit. I want to do Pinkie Pie and baking in celebration of the cooking of the baking book. Is she baking a cake? Is she baking cupcakes? Is she just completely baked? Did she finally get into that stash that we always figured that she's been hiding? Whatever. However,
she's clearly baked while baking.
Don't let her into the catnip.
However, Pinkie Pie is baking or being baked, you gotta decide for yourself to display it. Is it a song about her baking at 2 a.m? Is it a fan fiction about her writing her 100th cupcake recipe? And unfortunately, it ends up exploding.
Double props if you remember to invite Rainbow Dash.
But it could also be interpretive dance. Do you go out in a video and interpret the dance of Pinkie Pie and baking? Or maybe you actually decide to dress up like Pinkie Pie and bake something.
Please don't do the interpretive dance. I do not need that in my eye holes.
Yes, you do.
No.
We all want that.
See, what you need is me dressing up as Pinkie Pie from the spring break one, and doing the baking.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Or you can find a way to make exploding sprinkles just for a really offshoot baking topic.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing. You think that's a joke? I enjoy making comedic videos. I am totally down to do it.
There you go. He could do it. He might do it. He might just do it. We might be surprised. Maybe next week we'll see it. I don't know, but I want to.
Probably not in a week.
Probably not. But I do want to see what you guys come up with. So do your best to get something out there. And as for our entries here, Toa wins. I'll just give it to Toa. Though Bristle comes in at a sliding in at a close second, because that is pretty interesting that he would use clip art and actually still cite it. And the only reason Coldust doesn't win is because, well, he's Coldust. He gets mad props, all the points in the world, but yeah, he is part of the show, so.
Yeah, I am I'm the one who makes the Protest Initiative Challenge, which means it is time for the Protest Initiative Challenge. Are you ready?
Yes, my throat can't take much more.
Good.
I'm not ready.
This week, your challenge is open windows.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bonus points to anybody who draws me dressed as Pinkie Pie in the open window.
Do it.
What you do is you just take it on his head,
Me too much for
and you draw an old pony trying to figure out how to use a computer, and they can't figure out how to open up the Windows tab.
All right, and with that, we're gonna go.
Beaten like a dead horse.
Yeah, beat the dead horse.
You should be happy that I didn't go with my initial plan, which was draw the ship Circuit, which is Circuit and Suki, shipped together. If you want to add that, bonus points. But I guess it's not crucial.
It's scary. But in any case,
to do that, you have to make sure that the Suki's OC is easily findable.
Wait, what?
Because I know that Circuits is on the Brony Show website. I don't know if Suki's is.
In all honesty, I have a lot of Suki backlog that people can draw.
You do, but do the others?